Coming up on Wyoming News Now at 5:30, we have an update on how the vaccination effort is going in Laramie County.
Plus, a shortage of Johnson & Johnson vaccines will be happening across the nation this week. We will tell you why. And we have the winning art from the Wyoming Game and Fish art competition.
Wyoming News Now starts now.
You're watching Wyoming News Now at 5:30. I'm Kayla Dixon.
And I'm Mia Johnson. Thank you for watching us this Saturday. Today is full of sunshine. How long can we expect this to last? Julian Seawright is outside with a first look at our weather. That sounds good to me. Hopefully people are getting out and hanging out in the sunshine today.
Absolutely, and just hopefully they're not blown away.
Hopefully not. All right, thank you, Julian. Looking at coronavirus numbers in the state, Wyoming has 484 active cases. The Wyoming Department of Health reports 65 new cases since the last update. Laramie County has the most with 87. Albany County has 48 active cases and Natrona County has 28. About 115,000 people in Wyoming are fully vaccinated. Almost 156,000 people have received their first dose of either the Moderna vaccine or the Pfizer vaccine, while about 8,500 people have been giving the Johnson & Johnson one-dose vaccine. The Cheyenne-Laramie County Health Department is moving their COVID-19 vaccination site. Residents with a vaccine appointment will be going to the building between Safeway and Town and Country Supermarket on South Greeley Highway starting on Monday. CLCHD called or emailed those with current appointments about the change. The new location will include all first and second dose appointments. According to the executive director of the CLCHD, this move will give the health department the ability to vaccinate more people. They are rare, but more reactions to Johnson & Johnson's COVID vaccine are being reported tonight. A site in Georgia has the latest suspending those shots. As Miguel Almaguer reports, this comes as more than 114 million have received at least one vaccine dose.
Announced today outside Atlanta, the Georgia Department of Public Health pausing Johnson & Johnson vaccinations after 8 people experienced minor adverse reactions. This week, sites in North Carolina and Colorado, also offering Johnson & Johnson, stopped administering the vaccine following similar incidents. Though reactions are rare, officials say the side effects experienced are common.
With approximately 5 million doses already in Americans' arms, we know that even a dozen or so events in several states is a very small number.
Next week, a shortage of Johnson & Johnson doses will impact distribution centers. After a manufacturing mix-up, shipments of J&J expected to plummet by 80%, and it comes at a troubling time.
Michigan is unquestionably a national hotspot right now.
In Michigan, where cases are spiking, hospitals are canceling surgeries to take in an influx of COVID patients. The governor won't order new restrictions, but is asking the public to take extra precautions. Nationwide, infections and hospitalizations are creeping up. Those on the front lines in big cities and rural communities feeling the impact.
For us nurses, it really hasn't gone anywhere. We are seeing some younger people this go round.
With the young attributing for a rise in cases, Pfizer officially applied for emergency use authorization for a vaccine in children 12 to 15 years old, a major step towards protecting kids.
Looking around our viewing area, Scottsbluff Police Department are investigating a crash. On Friday, SPD responded to a call of a crash with injuries near Stable Club Road. Once police arrived, they found a trailer had come free from a truck driving southbound. That trailer struck a truck going northbound, then a Ford Fusion. The driver of the Fusion went to the hospital with what police say a cut to his torso. And Casper police made over 400 traffic stops in just over 14 hours to crack down on marijuana. The anti-pot operation was federally funded, deploying 30 officers for 2 days to make stops on suspected traffic violations. Officers arrested 23 people. 13 of those arrests were for drugs. Police seized 1 pound and 2.4 ounces of marijuana, 2.4 ounces of methamphetamine, and 1 gram of cocaine. April is Child Abuse Prevention Awareness Month, and Cheyenne Mayor Patrick Collins is inviting us to join a Child Abuse Prevention and Awareness Proclamation event on Thursday. According to the Department of Family Services, in 2020, there were over 5,000 reports of abuse or neglect statewide, with over 1,100 in Laramie County alone. The event will be held at the Boys and Girls Club at 4:15 p.m.
Wyoming Tourism is receiving $2.5 million in CARES Act recovery assistance to help boost the state's economy. The Economic Development Administration announced they are awarding Cheyenne with a grant to create a statewide tourism marketing campaign. This is expected to save almost 900 jobs. The Secretary of Commerce, Gina Raimondo, says this EDA investment in the Wyoming Office of Tourism will help aid in the reopening of the state's tourism economy. Wyoming Game & Fish announced the winners of the Collectible Conservation Stamp Art Show on Friday. The winner's art piece is placed in the Game & Fish headquarters in Cheyenne, and they also get money. With the first place win, Adam Oswald. The runner-up is Justin Hayward. Ron Staker took 3rd place. Coming in 4th place, Alyssa Lininger. James E. Reed won 5th place. This year's show featured the pronghorn, and next year's show will feature the pine marten.
And Wyoming wants you to thank a lineman on Monday. The second Monday of every April is National Lineman Appreciation Day. The executive director of the Wyoming Rural Electric Association says, as the first responders of our workforce, we count on them to get us through some of our darkest hours, day or night. To show your appreciation to a lineman, you are encouraged to use the hashtag #ThankALineWorker and celebrate the men and women who work around the clock to keep power flowing. And a fun fact that a lot of us know, former Vice President and a Wyoming resident, Dick Cheney, was a lineman in Casper.
Still ahead on Wyoming News Now, 1 person dies and 7 others are injured after a tornado rips through Louisiana.
We do have some high wind warnings in our weather world, but we are looking at a weather pattern that'll be changing. We'll take a look at the full forecast.
Homes and businesses were damaged after a waterspout moved ashore Panama City Beach today. The powerful winds flipped a recreational vehicle over on its side, and as you see on your screen, it tore the roof off of a business. Officials say the twister also leveled a home and convenience store. Panama City police say there are downed power lines, but there are no reports of injuries. And in Louisiana, 1 person is dead and 7 others are injured after a tornado moved through a parish early this morning. The National Weather Service confirmed an EF3 tornado with over 130 mile-per-hour winds touched down in the Palmetto area about 2:30 this morning. 1 person died and 7 others were injured and taken to a hospital. 6 homes and 2 trailers were destroyed. Crews are working to clear debris and restore power to the area. All right, well, it seems to be a beautiful Saturday.
Here are our top stories this Saturday evening.
Casper police made 23 arrests. 13 of those were for drugs. In an anti-pot operation, CPD made almost 400 traffic stops and seized 1 pound and 2.4 ounces of marijuana, 2.4 ounces of methamphetamine, and 1 gram of cocaine.
And the Biden administration awarded Wyoming $2.5 million to put into marketing tourism to help the state's economy and save nearly 900 jobs.
And the Cheyenne-Laramie County Health Department is moving their vaccination site. Their new location is on South Greeley Highway. The health department will start vaccinating residents there on Monday. 2 chefs are hoping their new cookbook will help those who have lost their taste and smell due to the coronavirus. Good Lord.
The book is called Taste and Flavor. The British cooks Ryan Riley and Kimberly Duke say they engineered their recipes to aid those with a missing or distorted sense of smell. With their recipes, they aim to stimulate a nerve which triggers sensations when eating. Some of those foods include mint, wasabi, and cinnamon.
You can get a free digital copy from Life Kitchen. I don't know about that. I mean, I'm a fan of wasabi and spicy foods, but recipes that only use that, I don't know about that.
Yeah, I think it'll be good for people who have lost their sense of smell and taste to COVID-19. But doesn't spicy food already clear out your sinuses anyway?
I think it does for me, especially if I'm eating a really hot salsa. It'd definitely be clearing up my sinuses and everything for me. So I think so.
I kind of just want to try the food in the cookbook for the taste of it. I love a very well-seasoned meal, so.
With wasabi on it?
Maybe not wasabi. I just think of the Cars scene. I watch Cars so much because of my child. I think of in Cars 2 when Mater thinks that the wasabi is pistachio ice cream and then he eats a bunch of it.
Gotcha. Well,
so that's what I think of with wasabi.
Oh, that's cute. Well, no, I'm also with you on that one. I'm not big on the wasabi train. I'm not sure who is, but
I am.
Okay, there's one.
Well, I like sushi with wasabi on it, so I mean, I guess that's pretty natural combination.
I think so.
How long is it supposed to last that you go without taste?
It can last a while. They're part of long haulers, so I think it would be interesting to see if this does help people regain their sense of smell and taste.
Definitely an experiment, but one thing's for sure, this is what's going to be coming up in our weather, folks. For those that have missed and are now joining us, this is what we're going to be looking at going into the next week. We are cooling down, and it's going to stay cool, and we are looking at more snow in Cheyenne and for Casper as well that will be sticking around and could be significant as well. We'll take a look at this later on tonight at 10, so we'll see you then.